Good morning.
Good morning.
Bom dia, Ana. Você está bem?
Tô bem, e você?
Estou bem. Graças a Deus. Ok. What a privilege to be here today in this raining day. Good day to be home and in bed without getting up. Oh, but you know what? We have chosen to be here through the power of our free will. So I'm so happy to see you today and also my friends on Zoom. Divine, are you here? Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank
Okay,
you.
perfect. Thank you. I just wanted to be sure. So today talk is the month of July is the month of understanding. And as you know, we have been doing one power every month. And this one, the power of understanding, is very deep. I had to tell you that. It's not as simple. So I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible that we all can be in the same page. The understanding, the color is gold, as you can see the candle. And this is the gold that I found in my closet today. So didn't find anything else, but it's something. Yes. Thank you, Brenna. You had your gold there. Yes, yes, yes. The location of this power is on the front. See, to see and understand whatever is asked to understand. And the disciple is, you want to guess? Is Thomas. Thomas is the disciple of understanding. And you remember that Thomas, the doubting one, yes, he couldn't comprehend, hey, Jesus is around us once again. How can that be? He didn't believe it. And that was okay. Because many of us, we need, in order to believe, we need to see it. Yes? And the good thing is that Jesus was so calm. No, he was not upset that he didn't believe it. What did he do? Jesus went and showed up and say, do you want to touch me? Do you want to see my hands? That is okay. You can do it. And that's what Jesus does to us. He demonstrates us that it's okay if we don't believe it. It's always opportunity. I had to say that it wasn't that simple to prepare this talk. And going through all this reading and everything about understanding, wow, that touched my every cell of my body. So, going back to Thomas is the one putting us into the right direction. That is good to know, yes? That we must develop our own ability to think and learn to make right decisions. And that is the only way that we're going to be able to awake our spiritual understanding. The first thing, it has to make sense in our intellectual mind. We have to questioning. And then you're going to see how every idea that is elaborated in your divine mind, that is God, the I am that I am, it's going to start making sense. And you're going to see, wow. I love those testimonies that we do here because really, I was really touched by the testimony that Patty shared with us. She didn't understand how that things is going to be taking place, how her rent is going to be, reduced or the same price when she received the news. But what she did is what we are supposed to do. Let's go to our highest self when we do not understand why is this in my life at this moment. And remember, every time that you're asking why, that is coming from your intellectual understanding. And what that does to you is that is going to bring you to a level of consciousness that everything is happening to me. And for me, I have to move. And I have to leave my big place and go to this place now. Only the intellectual asks questions. When things coming from the spirit, we got directed to the source, like Patty did. She went directed to the source. Let me cause silent unity. And let me put myself with that vibration that I need to manifest this by the frequency of my energy. When she made a phone call and they prayed, she didn't know what is going to happen. But she was open and receptive to the result. And do you think that happened because out of the moon? Out of the blue, I manifested this? No, her level of consciousness, her understanding of the truth, the spiritual understanding made the expression, the manifestation, because the idea came into divine mind. And her job was to express that. You see how things are working together for our highest good? Wow, it's very powerful. And that is in the vibrational energy that we need to vibrate in our community as well, with the spiritual understanding. Why we don't have a permanent spiritual leader here? Do we need to ask that question? No. But we need to know that what is going on at this right moment is bringing out to our highest good. And when we start in that collective consciousness is when we see the light. And we are happy with each other. And we embrace each other with love and compassion. Because the spiritual understanding is coming from where? It's coming from your heart. And the heart symbolizes what? Love. Love. And when you vibrate with the energy of love, everything is possible. And then when you start seeing, wow, that is really making sense now. Are we here together in this? Yes. Yes. I'm so happy that, I had this opportunity. Not only to see the good on you, but also to apply these principles. Because every time I come here and I talk to you, I like to talk from where? From our 5 principles. It's the only way that we're going to get the understanding that we need. Don't get me wrong. The understanding, the intellectual understanding is really good. Absolutely. But it's only temporary. You know? You understand this and you read a book and you apply that and how to make more money and you are making that money and you are getting that successful work and you're escalating. But it gets to the point that you feel empty. And then you say, wow, you know what? I went to the best university. I went to law school. I am very smart. And this is a true story. It's happened to me. A friend of mine called me. And this is a girl that went to one of the best law school in the country. Very smart lady. But she was so unhappy because nothing made sense in her life. Why and why and why? And you know, and I came to her and I said to her, you know what is your problem? So many questions to your mind. And you need to understand every single one. Oh, absolutely. I need to understand this. I said, okay, well, you know what? When you learn to move from that intellectual understanding to the spiritual understanding, things are going to make more sense to you. And how do I do this? But that was after a week that we spoke and I was a little bit strong to her. I shake her, you know? And she called me. She said, I want to know how can I come to the spiritual understanding. I said, okay, you know, I would love to help you. Well, we are friends, but I'm going to put you in the right direction. I'm going to give you a phone number of a lady that is going to start doing a spiritual counselor to you. Oh, really? You know, this girl, she has been doing the best therapies in the world and coaching and all of that and spending all this morning and all of these things. She has been doing a spiritual counselor with this lady for 2 months and she is a new person. Can you believe that? Wow! And she called me up and she said, I have to say thank you so much because all the therapies I have been doing is not have helped me as much as this short session that I have been doing with this lady. You see? And I point her out to Arlene. And Arlene is our spiritual leader. She's our licensed unity teacher, and she knows her principles. And she's teaching this girl those principles. Those are universal principles that they are working everywhere that you go. And that is what we are here for. You see? And when we come from that place of a spiritual understanding, everything starts making sense in our lives. And you start understanding, oh, I have to move. And then you start counting your blessings. But you know what? It's not that bad because I used to go 3 flights of stairs, and now I don't have to do any stairs. You see? And when we are in that place that we start counting our blessings, we start seeing that, wow, everything is working for my highest good, even if I don't understand at this right moment. Because the only way that we understand things when we are able to comprehend with our monkey minds. Are you happy? Oh, but that is not our job to do. But you know what? We had chosen to do it to live that experience. But as soon as we live that experience, we move into another one. And then we start living and living. And then we say, wow. Like this lady that I was telling you that is a lawyer. And nothing in her life made sense. Because she's very smart. Her IQ is very high up there. But you know, she didn't know anything about spiritual law. So, I invite you to start working with your spiritual understanding, to come to that place in realization that it is God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And every time you feel that, you're going to say, wow, even though I don't like this as much as I would like this, I appreciate where I am at this moment. And that is when you start seeing things right. Instead of setting it right, you see things right. And that is when the light comes to make sense and you start to illuminate the entire world. Shining your light with a spiritual understanding. Let's bring that into meditation at this moment. Thank you.